Hi guys, welcome to Pro Tools Expert. In this video review, myself and James Ivy are going to be taking a look at the new second generation Scarlett interfaces by Focusrite. Now, I've got the 2i2 and the 6i6 here in my studio, and James is going to be taking a look at the 18i20, the rack mount version, over in his studio. But first, let's take a little look at the 2i2. Now, this is a very portable, simple little device. It has two combi inputs on the front there, two gain pots, and two 1/4" jacks out the back, a master volume here, and also a headphone output with volume control. Now, this is bus powered, and the 6i6 isn't. 6i6 requires a PSU. Now, the 6i6 has two combi inputs on the front, similar to the 2i2, but it's got another 4 on the back, in the forms of two extra 1/4" jacks and SPDIF. Now, this also has 6 outputs as well, and MIDI I/O, so you get slightly more with the 6i6. Now, you also get an extra headphone out, which you can use to set up extra headphone mixes in your DAW, which is really useful. Now, let's talk design. I think these things look absolutely stunning. The housing is this brushed red aluminium, really rugged. I don't think I'm going to worry about throwing these into a suitcase or a backpack when doing some location recording. I think these things are just going to last for years and years. Now, the preamps, I think, sound absolutely brilliant in both these devices. I can't hear any hiss or noise. They're really clean. The only area of these two interfaces I do have a few reservations about are the headphone pots. I think they're a little bit lackluster. When I was recording with these, I noticed I had the headphone out all the way to the top. So it's a little bit of a shame. So, if you find that you're struggling with that as well, you might need to get yourself an extra external headphone amp. So that about sums these two up. James, tell us more about the 18i20.
The slightly bigger interface falls to me. This is the Scarlett 18i20. 18 inputs, 20 outputs. The main reason I've got this one is because recording drums in there, I need lots of mic pre's. And we get 8 of those on the 18i20. 2 combi XLR jack inputs on the front. These also double up as our instrument DIs. We then have another 6 on the back. We then have 8 line outputs, a pair of monitor outputs, which are controlled by our lovely monitor pot on here. We then have SPDIF I/O, stereo SPDIF, and ADA optical in, MIDI, word clock, which is very, very handy when we're thinking about syncing these up, especially if we're using the ADA optical input. And my favorite feature on the back, a proper 3-pin kettle style, I call it, power input. I love the color of this thing. They really have taken the whole Scarlett thing on board. It's a nice anodized aluminium, I think, red bezel thing going on. Very, very sexy indeed. All the pots feel really nice, good and solid. I like that. I, like Dan, agree the headphone amp is a little bit lackluster. Certainly when you're playing drums, you've got this many mic pre's, you're going to be tracking a band or a full drum kit. Not really manly enough. The guys at Focusrite, we know, have the technology to build some really lovely headphone amps, because sat down there in the Red 4 Pre are two really very nice ones. They need to up the game on these a little bit. Other than that, it's a doddle to use, a doddle to set up. It just works. These things are a serious step up from the Mark 1s. The Mark 2 Scarletts, really, really nice. For the price, this is a serious contender. And if you're wanting more inputs, mic pre's, line inputs, line outputs, maybe you're actually mixing to a small analog console, who knows? This could well be the solution for you.
I've been moving around